Hi people, today the talk is about meritocracy and why it is evil. I've heard of really bad things online and seen really bad things written about meritocracy lately, at least in Brazil. And I have wondered, where does it come from? Does it come from ignorance? Does these people do not know what does it mean, or they are indoctrinated politically in some way that makes them believe there is any other better model than meritocracy? And then I want to touch a few points about the meritocracy. The first one is the meritocracy. It's the method that we measure and give results according to the efforts of the individual. So basically what we use in the Olympics now, on all the competitions and games, we give the prize to the one that is the best. And I don't see what is wrong with that, but I believe there are people that believe the golden medal is oppressive and the last place is a mockery of the last one. I don't know. I really would like to understand whatever is better than this, and why are we not looking for the best of that position to put in that position. Like when you give jobs, which way is better than give this job to the best person that can do it? Anyways, I'm open for this discussion, and I really want to hear from you, whatever is other situation. And I made a video in Portuguese that I would like to reiterate the things I said there in English instead of have to make subtitles for it. So I'll bring my points on meritocracy, that it's also about how the meritocracy works better in the scenario of a company and people in the planet, or in a company. Or I bring to the company, it's because it's easier to think about 5 people than of 6 billion. But basically it's like this: if you give 4 people the rule of they will make the same amount of money, it doesn't matter how much they work, they will probably end up very unsatisfied to each other in the end of some period, and some working more than others. And you turn that same model into a meritocratic model, and you're gonna have people in a good way competing to each other, and growing and getting better in skills, intellectually, financially. At least if we were playing that in a free market capitalist model that is very fluid, and that we know that people are fluid in between the classes in generations, in very few generations, like sometimes in one generation. And it's not like the castes of Hinduism, where you really born and die in that caste because of your social whatever. In Brazil, where I am from, many people are blaming meritocracy of I don't know what. They just say meritocracy is bad, and they just attack people of being elitists, white supremacists, whenever we try to argue and have a honest conversation and political debate. Just a few hours ago, I had this friend of my sister that accused me of being a white supremacist, being elitist and privileged, and I just wanted to point how I'm not white, clearly, coming from a Brazilian mom with native black and European descendancy, and my father Japanese. I'm clearly not white. About the rest of the accusation, I would only say that it's very bigot from this guy's point of blaming other people of being prejudiced against him for being black and gay and poor, and then just attacking me of being all those things without knowing me, assuming those things because he knows my family, and then I came to talk about how this is a type of a prejudice, a type of racism, and a type of a big bigotry. And apparently, black people can't be racist, and I try to point how this is racist, but we never reached a common point, a common sense, and he just blocked me. And in the end of this, I'm really sad for not being able to have a discussion, of have encountered someone doxastic closure. So I wanted to share with you this and a lot of other things. I have not given my English speaker friends any video. I'm always very busy, and also I would say a little bit self-conscious about my English. So yeah, I'll try to come more often. I know I'm being more fluent in English than Portuguese. I have had to edit my videos in Portuguese much more often than my English ones. I just don't have so many English speakers to talk about these issues that I have faced in Brazilian and Portuguese conversations, but I will try to bring all them to you, and I'm planning on a spoken autobiography for the people that are more curious about me as a person. So yeah, I'll see you soon. I'll bring more stuff. I'll talk more about politics, and I really want to attack identity politics. That is a type of things that we face in this conversation, because I'm not black, because I'm not gay, I cannot talk about those issues, and this is totally wrong. So I just made a video in Portuguese talking about how this is racist and a type of a bigotry, to exclude someone because of sex, because of color of a conversation, or treating this person different because of any of those factors. And also I discussed and argued about how those things are wrong because historically wrong, at least in Brazil, and actually I was talking in favor and protection of the whites that have suffered so much racism lately, nowadays, and talk about how actually we're not the whites that create slavery. They picked it up in Africa, the blacks already had slavery, so the colonization brought the slavery that was something terrible, but was something that was not created by whites, and actually was something that only the whites abolished, because slavery still happened in Middle East and Africa, and nobody talks about this. This pisses me off a lot, okay? Because all the feminists, all the SJWs, all the anti-racism, all the Antifa, all the anti-oppression to minorities should go fight all those oppressions, all those things that do exist on those countries, but stop this West fight. There is no systematic racism, there is no systematic misogyny and oppression to any minority in West. Actually, in Brazil, we have reverted that with giving benefits to those specific groups, and that is something that I will talking about in another video. So I just want you guys to bring me your feedback, suggestions, opinions, thoughts, like, share, subscribe. I'm open up for discussions, and I hope I have better discussions with the English speaker friends than I have had with the Brazilian ones that are being very intolerant. Love you all. See you. Bye bye. Till next video.